what do you think about the concept of hiring fast and firing fast? So this comes from a private equity owner.
Hiring fast and firing fast?
Yeah, so here's what he said. Let me give you the background and we can react to this. So he said private equity, obviously you're hiring a lot of CEOs, right? So his biggest insight was hiring a long-term CEO is a crapshoot. Year 1 and year 10 data was exactly the same. After testing everything, there was no difference. This is why he says hire fast, fire fast, because even with 10 years of data, you can't predict if someone will scale with the company. Humans are too wild. And I was thinking about yesterday when you think about the NFL draft, like how often did they get it right? They get it wrong pretty like
a lot.
Yeah. And you have all these scouts, you have all these analytics, all these things, like humans are too unpredictable.
I was reading an article from yesterday. I just pulled it up from the AI Overviews. It was an article on Sequoia Capital, and I don't want to go through it because it was long, but Google summarizes it. Brian Halligan, the HubSpot guy, he joined Sequoia. I think he's like a coach there or something for executives, helping them scale.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Brian doesn't need any more money. So I think he's just doing this for fun or to keep him busy or something, or this may be his passion. But he had a really good article on Sequoia Capital from a lot of the stuff that he's learned at HubSpot. And we've hired a lot of executives. You know my hiring process. It's pretty thorough, and we hire slow. We fire fast. If we know the person or people in our network know them, we hire pretty quickly. But we generally are pretty careful. And our executive rate is not that high. Like you would think that we're hoping for like a 90% success rate.
You mean your executive success rate, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're above 50, but we're definitely below like 80%. We're somewhere in between.
Yep.
And I don't know the exact percentage, but I know we're above 50 and I know we're definitely below 80%. And Brian talks about this at HubSpot because I know they have a crazy hiring process. And you talked about how 40% of executive hires did not work out for him. No matter how good you are, he's like, the problem with it, and he's spot on. When you're recruiting executives, especially like VP of marketings or CMOs, people interview really, really well. And they've been around the block. So they're much more polished. It's harder to sniff out bad executives. What we've done that's helped increase our odds of recruiting amazing executives, especially in marketing, we will tell them how we expect them to be player coaches. So they got to teach the team and help them improve, but they got to get their hands dirty. We also tell them how we expect tons of hours of work. I'll call them and other people will call them at random hours. We expect things to get done. And if this is not the environment that they want to end up working in, cool, this isn't for them.
And I think that's really important because you're just setting expectations. It's that there's no right or wrong. It's just that's how you guys do things. And a lot of people, but by the way, the reason Neil's doing that too is a lot of executives, they've gotten used to having a lot of resource and being very cushy, right? It's like, hey, if you're going to come here, you're not only going to be managing, you're going to be in the trenches as well. And you're going to be working a lot. So don't expect to go into a situation where you're very comfortable. That's the expectation you're trying to set. And I think it's really important that what we do with our hiring process is at the very end, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna anti-sell you. I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't join us, right? And then I tell them, and they still say they want it, right? But I think your way of doing it is all your people in the hiring process anti-sell them at every single stage.
Yes. And we do it from day one because we don't want to waste the next person's time in the interview process if we already know they're not going to be interested, if they're not going to be down with our culture and the way we operate.